Hey, what's up, guys? This is Toots Marley, aka Anarchy, aka Job Black. Welcome to Change the End of Change, and this is episode 1 of many to come. First of all, I want to thank all my followers because I said I would upload this once I reach my goal of 100 followers. And this should have been released last week, but I mean, everybody that follows me should know about last week. So yeah, man, this was last week for me, dude. This was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a little bit into Friday. And I mean, Hurricane Isaac was a Category 1. People highly underestimated it. And I mean, as you can see, the gutters were coming down, tree across the street was split in half. This is a night shot. I mean, it's pitch black. And this is like Thursday when I could do a little bit of driving. You know, gas station around the corner from me was just torn down, man. And this is down the street from me. This is in my neighborhood. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Just crazy, you know? And right here, coming up in a second, you'll see the tree that's across the street from me. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it was like a little lake over there, actually. I mean, it floods bad over there. Good thing my neighbor wasn't home. And yeah, this is just some more night driving, man. This is ridiculous. But this was the projected path of Hurricane Isaac. And, I mean, it did its damage, but, you know, we're okay, thankfully. So, you know, you can't be too mad at that. Safety is all that matters in the end. You know, some people really got bad flood waters, had to leave their house and stuff. So we're just happy to get what we got. But before we really get in depth with this episode, I want to talk about the title of the series, which is Change the End of Change. If you follow me on Tumblr, you've probably seen me do some updates, and they've had the title Delta, Omega Delta. Basically, that's just the image for the symbol, you know, because in a sense, Delta represents change, Omega represents the end, and the last Delta obviously represents change. And the meaning behind it is just to be original, like just to do something different. Don't do the same thing, because there's too many things these days, especially I guess you could say in music and art, just in general. Like, people don't really change too much. They kind of just follow on the bandwagon effect and things like that. And basically that's all this is. This is just to be an inspiration to do different, you know, be an innovator, do something spectacular. Don't just follow along with everybody. Don't just do everything that you're told. You know, do what you want to do and actually be the greatest that you can be. But really, this episode is just to kind of reflect on what I went through last week, because last week it could have been a difficult time for other people. For me, it wasn't that bad. I mean, of course I would like electricity, but I mean, besides that, it wasn't that bad at all. One great thing that came out of it is that, you know, even in the darkness, you know, we lit candles and everything, and we really bonded a lot. You know, we talked about a lot of different things. Talked about struggles, talked about school, talked about life, talked about the past, talked about the future, talked about technology, talked about a lot of stuff. I mean, we had some good conversation. That's one thing that's good that came out of it. But another thing really that it allowed me to do was meditate more and read more, because, you know, of course, with the distractions daily, you know, internet, TV, blah, 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 I don't really read too much, but, you know, I like to read things. I read a lot of stuff on the internet, like I stumble upon things like that, because you can find some interesting stuff. But, like, really just being able to meditate, you know, deeply without any distractions was just a great feeling. Like, it was just, I'm not going to say alleviating, because it wasn't really anything holding me down in the first place, but it was just a great feeling, like a feeling of uplifting, I guess you could say. So definitely, I suggest that to everybody, that you meditate and, of course, read. You know, reading strengthens your brain and everything. but meditate, because it takes you to new bounds. You explore yourself. Like I said, introspection is key. So definitely get in tune with yourself, and that's just like I said, it's the inspiration of this whole video blog thing. Is just change the end of change. Don't be the same person that everybody else is. Be yourself. Deviate from the norm and do something spectacular. I mean, you can do anything you want in this world, and the only person that can hinder you is yourself. And don't allow that to happen. And that basically covers everything that I wanted to talk about this episode. I'll be taking suggestions on what you guys want me to talk about. Just hit up my Ask box on Tumblr. For those of you who don't follow me on Tumblr, you can follow me on Tumblr at tootsmarley.tumblr.com, or you can just check out my webpage. Just look it up. It's called The Highlights. Also, I'm going to have a webpage for this blog also. It's going to be called changetheendofchange.com. And another one that I'm going to have is called jungleversailles.com. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is Toots_Marley. The underscore is that little bar at the bottom that, you know what the underscore is. Follow me on Tumblr, like I said, and just be an innovator, guys. Just get out there and do something incredible. Peace.
Never won, cause I'm winning. Never spin, cause I'm spinning. Fuck them past tenses. Past bitches seek my riches, but I'm silent to their wishes. I'm violent to your kinsmen. A kid from the jungles watching as my city crumbles. It's hard not to be humble, but I will rebuild. Soak the fields, this is a season for the green men. Go and drop the season. Still fully fucking weeded.